Today, we're recognizing one of the industry's highest honors, the Jack D. Ramaley Industry Distinguished Service Award, celebrating individuals whose careers reflect exceptional service, integrity, and a lasting impact on the professional cleaning community. This year's honoree exemplifies what it means to lead with both strength and compassion. She has spent more than a decade building bridges between companies and causes and between business success and human impact. A survivor of domestic abuse, she turned personal adversity into purpose, devoting her life to helping others through advocacy and community service. And now you want to know who this is. So I'd like to welcome Kathleen Albertson. She's the Client Relations Manager at GDI Services. Kathleen, welcome to the program.
Hello. Thank you, Jeff, for having me.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about what you do there and a snapshot of your journey to where you are now.
I've been at GDI for a little over a year now. I am their client relations manager, and this job is basically what it says. I work with clients, and I'm the relationship person. I'm very friendly. I get along with many people, and it was my way of being that way at like events and everything that actually drew GDI to me in the first place.
Well, what does that mean at events? They saw you there?
Yes. So part of this industry, to obviously mingle with the clients and people that you are hoping to get buildings with in the commercial service industry, is to go to these networking events and meet people. And I know everyone in the room. And if I don't know somebody, I'll go up and just talk to you anyway. Because my dad used to tell me that I could go talk to anyone. So
That's a skill.
yes, yes.
Fantastic. So you're at a networking event. They see that you can deal with people.
Yes.
Clients are people, and there
Yes.
you
And they
are.
came up to me and said, "Oh, we need you. We think you're with the wrong company. We have an idea of something for you." And they created this client relations position for me. Nobody had it first.
I
So
like that. Yeah.
yes, me
So you
too.
got poached. You got poached away from your other
Right?
job.
Yes.
What were you doing in your previous job?
I was an account manager for janitorial cleaning as well.
Okay. Okay. Well, now you can really specialize and focus on those clients, which is what you obviously enjoy.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
All right.
I really I like people.
So congratulations on this honor today. We're talking about the Jack D. Ramaley Industry Distinguished Service Award. It means a lot. It's a recognition of what you do and what you have done. But talk about that. What does this mean to you personally when you found out about this? What were your first thoughts?
Well, first, Lucy from Cleaning for a Reason, her and I have a very good relationship. We've known each other over the years. And I've been a volunteer to help with like fundraising and things probably since 2010. I've been doing stuff like that. And she called me and said, I had nominated you for an award and you got it. And I was like, what award? What are you talking about? And she told me, and she sent me the nomination that she had sent in. And she had me in tears because it was like so kind. And it was just a very nice thing. And I wasn't expecting it. And I'm overjoyed that it's I've been the chosen recipient for this year.
Lucy is a good person. I'm glad that she found you. Well, I guess she didn't find you. She knew about you, but
Right? Because I
nominated you
met
for
Debbie
this.
Sardone first with Cleaning for a Reason.
Yeah,
That's
another good
yeah.
person. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you have a good mix of company there in your
Yes.
life.
Yes.
Now, Kathleen, you've shared openly about your personal journey, how that's inspired your professional mission.
Yes.
How has your experience shaped your approach to leadership and community engagement in the cleaning industry?
Um, so I believe I'm a very empathetic person. Um, for me, empathy came from a life that I had led. I'm a survivor of domestic abuse, and I remember when I was going through it, once I was finally getting help and was better, I remember thinking to myself, I never want to see another person feel the way I had felt and alone. So um, it made me want to always help others because of that, because I knew what it was like to have not gotten help and for somebody not to care enough to reach out. Um, I guess in this type of way, you can go one way or the other. Um, for me, it's become my lifelong journey to help other people. And recently, I've written a book, and I thought I was doing that also for myself, but I've been helping so many other people who have also been through domestic abuse. Um, so I feel like there was a greater good for it as well as all my work that I've been doing over the years with numerous charities, but Cleaning for a Reason being one of them.
Thank you for sharing that. And I'm glad that you've got through the issues in your life that didn't define you, but may have helped you become where you're at today.
Yes, I believe what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Yeah, that's a good statement.
It is.
You mentioned working with charities. You mentioned Cleaning for a Reason.
Yep.
There's others out there you've worked with. I believe PBS is one, something called Fabulous Shoe Night.
PBS is a janitorial company, and they're actually who I worked for first and how I got into the janitorial world. They had seen me doing a Fabulous Shoe Night event, and Fabulous Shoe Night, I'm an event planner, and we do events for charities or individuals that are sick, and we help plan the event, raise money for the nonprofit or the individuals. And I had just done an event, and the owner of PBS had said to me, "Hey, we should talk. I have an idea." And I didn't know him, and I was like, okay. And then he called me, and he's like, "Can you come into my office?" And I'm like, "Can I bring a friend?" Because like I'm like, I don't know who you are. And that's how it came about. He said he had been at an ISSA trade show and saw this thing called Cleaning for a Reason and thought, hey, this is new. I never heard of this. It's not really over here in this area in like the Northeast region. Um, so he asked me to help with that. And that's what I was doing. And then ultimately I ended up with a job
Hmm.
in, doing business development for them.
Very cool. Very cool.
So you never know where charity will lead you. I mean, it ended up leading me in the janitorial industry.
And there was something called Helen's Angels.
Helen's Angels is another charity that I am the patient care coordinator for. And Helen's Angels gives financial assistance to breast cancer patients. And as a volunteer, I vet the patient, talk to them, get them the services they need, also help them sometimes we merge the two off a lot. A patient could use Cleaning for a Reason services as well as
Mm.
Helen's Angels. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Very good. Let's talk about this. Now, you've helped make compassionate service a core part of your company culture. What advice do you have for others who want to blend their business goals with meaningful social impact? Because you really have done that.
I believe that you should live with purpose, not necessarily just what the profit is. Um, Here at GDI, they have a culture similar to what my belief was. Um, so I feel like I believe that helping somebody and doing good and just helping a cleaner or anybody. There was a cleaner one time that wanted to get a high school diploma, and I helped them do that. I think just being human, having a sense of humanity, and it doesn't matter like how much money you make or whatever. A human being is a human being. And for me, I struggled in my life, and I understand where some of these people I've come across also struggle. But you can become better and you can do wonderful things for yourself. Sometimes you just need someone to care and help and be that person for you. And like I said, here at GDI, they care so much about compassionate giving. So it just really fit for me because I'm intertwined with so many nonprofits. So like yesterday, we just did an event here and we built cancer care hug boxes for children at CHOP. And I feel like it's great that they want to do this as an organization, but so many organizations can do that. It helps build morale with your coworkers, but it also shows as a company that you care about more than just the bottom line. And for me, that's just how I live my life. But I think that many companies can do the same thing.
By CHOP, I assume Children's Hospital of
Hospital of Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. Okay. So
Yes.
the kids are getting some gifts.
Yes. Yes. And
Very
it
nice.
was just so cute. And the charity the mother had started for her child that had passed away from childhood leukemia.
Hmm.
Um, and she started this charity, but we learn about these different charities, but at the same time, we're giving back, but we're doing this stuff ourselves. And we go all meet in the conference room and it's doing good together. And I just think every company could learn to do something like that, whether it's for Cleaning for a Reason or for any charity. There's something you can do. As a group here at GDI, we went in the Northeast region. There were 6 different areas at the same exact time back in May. And we went and we did the cleaning for cancer patients. Lucy had set it up and we went to all these different homes, and simultaneously in the different areas we went and we cleaned. So we got to see firsthand what it is that Cleaning for a Reason does. So that was a very nice, enjoyable thing to do. And also like the company to allow us to go do that.
Of course, because it's the right thing to do.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And I'm glad you see it that way. We need more
Kathleen,
people like that.
yeah, we all need to do more like that.
Yes.
Last question is looking ahead, what gives you hope for the future of the industry, and how do you plan to continue your mission of helping others through your work and your life?
So I have noticed something within the industry since the pandemic. I believe that now people are realizing that cleaning is an essential thing to have now. Where before I think it may have been overlooked. And I'm hoping that since that might have been one positive thing that the cleaning industry gained was that people realize that we are essential workers that are needed just as much as a nurse or a doctor, because we're cleaning the space they're in. So that's one. For myself, I want to continue to give back and help others. This isn't just something I do. It's who I am as a person. I think had I not gone through my trials in life, I may have ended up a different person. But I'm thankful every day that I am here and I am able to help another person. And I would like to continue to do that. I would like to hopefully continue to make the world a better place, a kinder place, and just better all the way around. And I hope that maybe people hearing me say this, maybe it'll touch another human being to do the same.